Hey again.
Oh, hey.
Okay. They're saying Chris and Jason are fine. Matthew has too much bass in his voice. Sounds like he should be singing Old Man River. Old Man River. So maybe I'm better now because I sound fun in my headset, and we all sound. We think our audio board might be going out, people. We're not sure. Maybe it's the USB cable that sucks. I don't know. Tell me if I sound better now. I mean, we're getting nothing. Chris, switch.
Oh, okay. Well, hi. I'm Xlorian. I'm on producing.
Get off.
You're not gonna hear me. My mic's not working.
All right. This time, welcome to the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number Ate in the front screen, 54.
Cinco Cuatro?
There we go.
All right. I got a lot of enthusiasm now.
Yeah.
Let's keep rolling.
Let's try to build energy up. I'm Matt Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate. With me in the center, we have...
I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No Jeans. And on the far end...
We have Jason Zahn, also known as just Zahner.
Zahner. And on the production side, you guys can't hear his mic because everything's not working the way it should be working, but you can see him.
There he is.
There he is. Christopher Xlorian.
Call you
so
Christopher?
Mad that I called him Christopher. I mean, apparently I sound like crap right now, so we'll see. Anyways, this is the Video Game Podcast. We talk all things video game, and we're going to, start the edit from this point where we
No, we'll keep the whole thing in there.
Keep the whole thing in just to screw people. Okay. I forgot they can't hear you, Chris. They say I'm still deep, but I'm going to go this deep. We'll see.
I don't know.
It's the sounds of the...
If I talk really high, maybe I'll sound normal. We'll try that.
Just talk like this the whole time.
Talk like this. Do I sound better now, guys? Anyways, I'm Matt Ross, the Dread.
You did that, by the way.
I'm Matt Ross, aka the Dread Pirate. This is Video Game Podcast. We like to start off every week with how our weeks have been. Let's exclude this morning, because this morning has sucked. How's your guys' weeks been, starting with Zahner? And what games have you played?
All right. Good week. I mean, I'm coming back from vacation and then work and going to Vegas and all that. But I actually have had a lot of time to play some games. I've been playing Lost Sphere, which is a JRPG made by the Tokyo Game Company.
Never heard it.
It's Square Enix sub company.
Oh, okay.
Square Enix owns it. It's them. They're the ones who make the throwback, like 8 and 16-bit style RPGs. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is great.
Okay.
Tried once again to get into Fallout 4. I just don't like that game. It's
That's right,
just
'cause it
not
was free.
fun to me.
That's what I heard. People don't like it.
And by the way, that's strange figuring Fallout 3 is one of my all-time favorite games.
Yeah.
So
hands down.
I don't dig it. But the funny thing is, the game I've been playing the most, I guess my name is Sinner now, so he wants you to turn up my mic. The game I've been playing the most, it's a game called Yoku's Island Express.
Our science teacher at one of our sites is playing the crap out of that. He says he's stuck on it.
Okay, I'm stuck too. But
what is
it's amazing. So it's a platformer.
Okay.
And it's beautiful. It's so pretty. So the premise is you're a dung beetle.
Cam, and let's go.
You're a dung beetle rolling around dung that you're attached to. Now, the dung beetle can't jump. So how do you jump? It has pinball mechanics.
Okay.
This is a platformer / video pinball. It's crazy unique. I've never played a game like this before.
I don't think anybody has.
They were throwing it back. Somebody said that there was a game on the NES that was similar to this, like way back, like a cult classic. I don't remember what it was. But this game, Yoku's Island Express, is freaking awesome. It is beautiful. The artwork is great. It's just good. I think you guys really enjoy it. It's just nothing. It's fun. It's on every system, so you can get it on whatever. So at first I had bought it on the Switch to play it on the vacation since I had my Switch. Well, I was having so much fun with it, I said, screw this. I'm going to get it on PlayStation.
Huh. I'm looking at pictures of it right now. That's crazy.
Oh no, it's amazing. The game is outright great. So that's the game I think I've been playing pretty much the most. Like I said, I really went back into Fallout 4, even started it from the beginning to try to get it going.
Is this a free game or can you buy it?
Well, it's free. I had already had it. I had it since it was new for the PS4, but now it is on Game Pass on the Xbox. So if you have Game Pass, it's there.
Okay.
I just don't like it. I swear they tried to do too much with it. Is what it feels like to me, and it's just not as fun as the other ones were. And that's it. I mean, those are the games I've been playing. Rise of the Tomb Raider, those Tomb Raider games. I mean, I know some people even try to say they're better. That's, in my opinion, that's crap. I think they're just below the Uncharted's.
Okay.
They're that much fun, though. I think they're just a notch below. Especially people with Xboxes seem to say they're better. But I mean, they're just they are they're great, but they're phenomenal. They're so good that so we got the one with PlayStation Plus, right? The original, the Tomb Raider, the one that they came back.
Okay.
Then I bought Rise of the Tomb Raider for cheap, like $15 or $19. I will buy this next one to support the developer when it comes out, and I'll pay the whole $60, and I'll buy it because they're that good. They really are that good. But
Sounds good.
And Dragon's Crown, but that can be a whole nother podcast.
All right. No Jeans, what are you playing? How was your week?
Week was busy like normal. Yesterday was a bad day, but I've been playing a lot of Star Trek Online with Joseph and Jamie and Kyle.
What are you playing it on?
Xbox, because they have Xboxes. I mean, I have it for the PS4 as well.
PS4 as well?
Yeah, they're on PS4 and.
So don't they all have PS4s?
Oh, I don't know
Which
if Jamie
game?
has one. Star Trek Online.
Oh, Jamie doesn't have one. That's what it is.
Okay.
And play some Gears of War. Play some Sea of Thieves. And I think that's it.
We need Jamie to change her gamer tag because I don't register it. That's Joseph's other half there.
Uh-huh.
And since it has the name Jim in there, that's all I see. So when we're playing, I think it's all guys. And I noticed after we got off the other night when we were playing game night, I'm like, I think some of this stuff I said may have been a little inappropriate. I mean, I didn't hear anything back from them, but I was like, so if so, I apologize because her name, it has Jim in it. It doesn't
Okay.
click.
Well, let me lay it out for you, okay? She's dating Joseph. Do you think anything you could say could offend her?
I get a little sometimes. So I mean, I apologize if by chance I happen to go over the line.
All right. My week, I played a lot of PUBG. They have the new map on there now. Sandhook, however it's called. It's like a Vietnam style map. It's very.
I'm assuming PC you're playing it on?
Yeah, PC.
Okay.
It's a really cool map. I like it a lot. Do you like it, Ate?
It was okay. I like it a lot more than the desert one. Desert one stunk.
What else? Lost Might. I feel like I played something else. Oh, I got the Jurassic Park Jeep on Rocket League.
Wait, you're still playing Rocket League?
Jude plays it every day. So, therefore, I play it once in a while.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
I suck at it, but it's a good game.
So this one, when you kick when you hit the ball into the goal, this big T-Rex comes out of the goal and does this big roar and then disappears.
I dig it.
Yep, it's cool.
I dig it.
Let's see what else. And I got offered promotion yesterday. That was pretty cool.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I knew
So that was I had a very stressful week up until yesterday at 4:26. So I'm starting a new job. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's my week. And Chris played a lot of games, but you can't hear him. So we'll just tell you he played probably every game you could think of.
And then
I know he played Overwatch because I seen him on there a lot.
Yeah. And he probably put 24 hours into each game. So he says
And
Smite
Claw
Borderlands.
wants to know why Matt has a fake deep voice. We don't know.
We don't
We're just
know.
rolling with it.
There's no filter on that
no,
mic,
I already
right?
checked. everything to us we all sound good.
Yeah, to us we all sound good. So it's something with OBS, guys.
Or yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea. Something with OBS or cause we all sound good on our playback. We can hear ourselves just fine, just fine. I don't know. So sorry about the deep, freaking demonic voice, guys. We're gonna have to roll with it, and I promise I won't put any curse on any of you. Well,
Maybe Claw.
maybe some of you.
Yeah, maybe Claw.
All right. Mod Monday. We didn't have a Mod Monday game night. We played Gears 4. We got a full team in there of 10, full party.
Yeah,
right.
Full private lobby. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. That was fun. What I really learned on that night is no matter how good any of us are, Chuck's way the hell up there.
Oh yeah. He's up there. Yep.
Chuck is ridiculously good at that game.
And what's funny is
We're
that
talking about FaZe.
Yeah, and what's funny is that he in Discord, because I said, hey, do you all want to play with us? He's like, oh, I guess I'll dust off my Xbox. I haven't played it in a while. So he went back into that for not playing for like a few months.
Yeah.
And he just totally smoked us.
And we love that Senor Leche had a handicap too.
Yeah, he
was 1,000 pings. So
I got to
was
figure
good.
out how to do that teleporting he was doing. That's like
That worked out good for me. I was able to kill him a lot of
I
times.
don't know if he's got like
good with it.
a turbo controller or a modded Xbox. He could teleport all over the map. It's crazy.
It's a new power up in the game.
New power up. All right, let's get into this week in gaming news finally. Twiggin. We should start an hour ago. This is amazing. All right. Tomorrow is the 1st of the month, right? Tomorrow's July 1st. Therefore, we're going to give you your free PS Plus and Xbox Gold free games.
We are giving them to you
We're
guys.
So
It's
that
a
means
gift.
the PS Plus ones will be this Tuesday because it's the first Tuesday of the month.
Yep.
So that's fast. Usually you have that wait, that lag.
Yeah, the look.
So that's good.
So we will give you guys what's going on, what you can look forward to. If you're a PS Plus member, as you should be, you're going to get Heavy Rain for the PS4. Same makers of Detroit Become Human.
Yep.
And originally came out on the PS3.
Yeah.
And I will say that Heavy Rain, I thought they could never outdo it, but I do feel Detroit Become Human has outdone. And I don't mean like sales-wise. I mean, I think it's even a better game. And Heavy Rain is outright amazing.
Yeah.
Once again, already have it.
Chris says he hasn't played that game.
You going to play it? Wait, which one? Detroit or Heavy Rain?
Oh, Detroit. Okay.
You got to play it.
You also get Absolver for the PS4, Rayman 3 HE for the PS3. I mean, is that the like obligatory free game for PS Plus or
And Xbox.
or
Rayman
Xbox?
constantly
Yeah,
goes.
it doesn't matter which. There's always going to be a version of Rayman in there with all your games.
What's this game?
Absolver.
What is that?
It's a fighting game.
For those that can't hear, it's a fighting game that involves what? I think it's online.
All right.
What's else? Deception 4, The Nightmare Princess, and Space Lords, Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. That's your PlayStation PS Plus games. If you're on Xbox and you have Xbox Gold, here's your Xbox games with gold. You get Assault Android Cactus.
What?
Exactly. I've never heard that in my life. But I'm sure it's great. You also get Death Squared.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, so both of these are for Xbox One. You get Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown.
Which is amazing.
And then you get Splinter Cell Conviction.
Eh.
Not amazing. And that's it.
Oh, what is that game?
That's the
Assault Android Cactus, I'm
All right.
guessing.
So and I didn't mention what I've been playing. For some reason, I have been drawn to whatever type of game. What are those called?
Twin stick
shooters or
Yeah.
something. I've been playing the hell out of those. I've been playing the Halo one. I've been playing Alien Nation.
No, don't. You'll throw the controller.
What's that?
You'll throw the controller if you try playing
Oh,
Fury.
well, Alien Nation. I was playing that one.
What did you say?
Alien Nation.
Oh, Alien. Alien, okay.
Yeah, why?
Well, I just want to make sure. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
don't even know. Oh. So anyway, I was playing Alienation. So it was something I didn't know about that game because I've tried it before I picked it up. I was like, but I started getting into it, as I'm going through the level, all of a sudden, I have a teammate. The hell? I have another teammate. These are other people that jumped on, which I figured I'm the only person in the world playing Alienation, figuring the game's 12 years old. Well,
Yeah.
it is. All of a sudden, we got a team of 4, and we're going through this dual-stick shooter, killing all the aliens. It was a blast. Never talked to them. Nobody had mics or anything, but it's kind of cool.
Kinda
I didn't know that game had that.
Kind
That
of like
is cool.
in Journey when you just find another person.
Exactly. But the funny thing is I didn't know it had it, so I was like, what the hell is this person? And they were better than me because they played the game before, so I just started following their lead. That was cool. We were getting through the levels. I don't know why. Those games sometimes, they're just fun to go back and play those dual-stick shooters. I enjoy them.
When I first played Journey, I had no idea that the other person in there was another person.
Oh.
So when I first played, I'm like, I thought I was supposed to follow this person. I'm like, oh, this must be where I need to go. And then, like, they start following me, and I'm like, oh, was I leading them? What? Okay. But we both look confused, and I'm like, what is going on? I didn't realize it was another person in the
So,
game.
just a pro tip, because I'm sure nobody knows this. In Journey, just go to the light. That's all.
Essentially.
Let's go to
Pretty
it, yeah.
simple. Just go to the
Claw
light.
says, just to point out, Splinter Cell Conviction had a cool co-op mode and a cool plot twist, but it did not have Spies vs. Mercs multiplayer, and that's all that matters in Splinter Cell to me.
It's very true.
So, until they bring it back, Splinter Cell is dead to me. That being said, those are your games. Who do you guys think won this month?
Death Squared is a really good game. Virtua Fighter's good.
And Assault Android Cactus looks like a cool twin-stick shooter.
But then you have Heavy Rain, which
that's
is
the
a
issue,
great.
which is a heavy hitter.
And depending on who you talk to, Rayman's a really good game.
Well, no, Rayman always is good. There's never anything wrong with Rayman. Rayman's always fun.
Again, I said whoever
But,
you're talking to.
Like, to me, of all of the games, that's the one right there. Virtua Fighter 5 is freaking awesome. And to be able to play that on your Xbox One, even though it is a 360 game, that's always good.
Well, that's the thing. Says that's a nice-looking Goku. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. By the way, thank you, Joseph.
Is he who gives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for my birthday.
Moving on, you guys all remember that the PUBG Corporation, Bluehole, and all that, they were suing Epic.
Yeah.
Big story, been going on for months upon months upon months. We talked about, I think, a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they dropped the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Sure they did.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sure they dropped the lawsuit, and I'm sure there was an NDA in there, and I'm sure that Fortnite said, okay, here's $10 million, now shut the hell up.
Yeah. Probably something like that.
Yep.
If Fortnite is able to say we're going to drop or Epic, we're going to drop $100 million on an esports thing we haven't even figured out yet, they paid them and said, just look, you guys did great. Now shut up and go away.
Well,
That's what I believe.
probably very probable.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think online, too.
If we figured it out, are they going to cut us some of the check because we're on the inside?
Oh, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
We'll sign an NDA after we figured it out.
Real well if things we said really actually started happening.
I know, right?
We'd be doing real well over here.
But they always do. That's the frustrating part.
I'm like, that's good. So that's
Oh, Battletoads? Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So
That's another one.
since this is up here with PUBG, so you've been playing it, so that's good.
PUBG?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there still a lot of people playing that? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Is there no wait time? I mean, you still
No,
just
you
jump right in?
literally
Yeah.
jump in.
Because I'm listening to other podcasts, and they're knocking. Oh, my God. Well, that's the thing. PUBG made $742 million as of the start of this year. That's their fault for not upgrading and adapting. Yeah, he's right. I mean, and that was at the start of the year. And they've made another billion, I think, between March, April, and May is $1 billion in profit.
Yeah.
Got to figure out how to get some of that sweet change, sweet coin.
See, and well, that he just said PUBG is dying. That's what I was asking because
Maybe on Xbox, because on PC, you don't.
I think I heard over. I've been hearing that.
It kind of fluctuates because you can really tell like how well a game is doing if you look on Twitch and see what are the top games being streamed. PUBG's still up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it'll look like maybe one day it's like third, one day it's first.
My favorite game to watch on Mixer, actually, if I do go to Mixer, is these English dudes that they stream PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, these guys are, I think they're called lag addicts or something like that. Dude, these guys are funny as hell. I watch them on Mixer, and they only, like, they're always doing PUBG, and they're pretty funny.
Let's see.
Well, this thing says no on PC. People are moving on. Too many games pulling them in various directions, and that's just everything.
Yeah, right now, this is the last 24-hour peak. The peak for concurrent players is 1.3 million.
The last 24 hours.
And if that's,
that's the peak.
And if that's failing, oh my God, that's succeeding.
It has decreased overall the last few months, but the average players, it's dropped not a million, but what was that 400,000 average players from May to.
Well, I mean, their all-time peak is 3 million.
Yeah.
So it's about half right now. But
all I got to say is Epic found the magic formula.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the magic formula.
And plus, it's kind of cartoony, and all the kids like it. And
since we were on vacation when this happened, and we didn't have any Xboxes on vacation, but everybody, we all brought our Switches.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's when Fortnite went free on Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Aiden downloaded it, and he plays the hell out of it on Xbox. And I asked him, I said, so how different is it? He said it feels exactly the same on Switch as it does on Xbox. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of strange. I don't know if maybe he doesn't realize what I'm asking. So then I'm listening to other podcasts like that specifically were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
They say it performs just as good on Switch as it does on the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X.
Well, to be fair, Fortnite's not very graphically intensive.
Apparently, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize. I still just didn't think it would be able to handle it.
No, I mean it has similar graphics as like Windbreaker. It's not too crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I found. That's what he was telling me.
PUBG is still on Steam. It's still the #1 played game. It's not as much as it was doing before, but it's still the.
Yeah.
Wait, is Fortnite on Steam?
Fortnite is Origin.
It's its own thing.
Wouldn't it be?
It would be Origin. Origin's EA, isn't it?
It's its own launcher.
I thought Fortnite is EA.
No, it's Epic.
Oh, it's Epic? Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not on Steam though, so that's
let's
the issue.
move on.
Anyways, we can move on. We can move on. Yeah. What were we going to?
Gravity Rush.
Gravity Rush is too damn expensive. That's what they're saying. Let's talk about it. Ati, you seem to know a little about this, so does Honor. Give us the rundown, because I sound like Old Man Rivers, so the less I talk, the better. Go for it.
Go on.
Ati.
Wait, what?
With the physical copy thing. Or the Gravity Rush.
The remaster is.
Yeah, remastered.
I guess the remaster is more expensive than Gravity Rush 2.
Yeah.
Why is that though?
Now,
people are asking why is it more expensive when it's an older game?
People are being angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Gravity Rush, the original one. I played it when it first came out on the Vita.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal game.
Yeah.
And it was at home on the Vita. I mean, it felt right. Controls, everything was great. So before they were going to hit Gravity Rush 2 on the PS4, they decided they were going to do an HD remaster or whatever, and they were going to put it on PS4. Problem is, they made very limited copies of that game.
Physical
copies. It was hard. Physical copies. It was very hard to get it.
Yeah.
So hard. I didn't even get it. I couldn't find it. And I went day one. Couldn't find it. Well, part of the reason is even when I went to GameStop at that time, they had none. None were sent to them.
Yeah.
So it was kind of I think they thought they were putting it out and nobody was going to buy it, but they were just doing it kind of as a fan service thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then everybody wanted it because, of course, something you can't have, people want to get it.
Yeah.
So at the time, I want to say Chris, we were talking to Chris about it over here, or I'm sorry, Exlorian over here, and he was saying at a point, if I'm not getting this wrong, was it going for $400? Is that what you said?
Currently, a physical copy of Gravity Rush is selling for about $90.
Okay, no, but you said at its peak.
At its peak, it was around
Okay, $200 to $300 at its peak. Gravity Rush. Now it's still going for $90 for that physical copy of it. It is that great of a game. It is that much fun. You guys know I'm not big into the sandbox games.
Yeah.
That game is fun, just the way it plays. So now people, why is Gravity Rush 2 cost less?
Supply and demand.
Exactly.
Exactly. So how much is the Gravity Rush 1 selling for if you just buy it for PlayStation?
So physical copy, there's like none, right?
Yeah, but online. It's online.
It's $30.
It's $30, and Gravity Rush 2 at this point is what?
20.
20.
So
That means it wasn't a big seller, and it
was
lost
not.
value.
It was not.
That's
a
all
big
that
seller.
means. But everybody's freaking out, and they're throwing it onto the fire that PlayStation doesn't care about their people, which we may or may not be talking about later. So more critically acclaimed games are going to sell more. If you look at Brawl and Mario Kart, they're still full price games. If you go into
Nintendo never drops
if
price.
you go into GameStop, you're paying exactly what it cost when it came out.
Yeah.
Like it's just the way it is.
So I think it's that simple.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It
honestly.
really, I don't think there's a reason to. But I mean, you could look. The game, the art style is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
What now? I'm going to tell you what made this game feel so right at home on the Vita versus because I have played Gravity Rush 2 and I was really enjoying it. But I think then maybe like Uncharted or something came out and I stopped playing it. On the Vita,
Ooh, closeted point. Keep going.
when you're playing it, Gravity Rush, you really get into the anti-gravity feeling and all that, and the no gravity and the switching gravity. To shoot your enemies and to aim them, you would move your Vita around and like to look.
it was more immersive.
It was very immersive, which is amazing for such a little thing to be that immersive. But it was phenomenal. I love that game.
Yeah, Claw's a good point.
They
He
should make
says, just want to point out that Gravity Rush 2 Online got shut down, so maybe that's why it's cheaper. It's not the full game isn't there anymore.
Wait, there was an online? I never even saw it. To be honest, that's not a game I want to
play online. Yeah.
I would.
Oh, so he says it's cheaper. Chris says it's cheaper. It's fully up and running. Whatever. Supply and demand. That's what it comes down to. That's what everything comes down to. Anyways, PlayStation. This actually happened last week, but we didn't get to talk about because we were doing all our E3 stuff last week. They announced the PlayStation Hits. It's their $20 games. It's basically like classics of PlayStation. You remember back in the day.
Greatest hits.
Yeah, the greatest hits, the red covers back on the PS3.
And if you look, they actually the red trim on these as well.
Yeah, the red trim. This is your Rob Dog says Matt bust out Chocolate Rain. How's that one go again? Oh wait, Chocolate Rain.
I don't think you have to even go down for that.
I could just say it on Chocolate Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear you. That's the sound of the man working on the chain.
All right, so they're rolling. This is how you know you're getting to the end of an era. By the way, the end of a generation.
Yeah.
Is when they start dropping the hits. Go ahead.
Well, no, I want you to finish and then I'll say it.
Okay. So there's actually a different lineup. I don't know if you guys knew this. There's a different lineup for U.S. as there is the UK and Europe.
I had no idea.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what'd you say?
There's a different lineup.
So which one are we looking at?
So here's if you're in America, these are the games you get. This is our lineup. You get Bloodborne, Battlefield 4,
Okay.
Doom, Drive Club, Infamous Second Son, Killzone Shadowfall, Last of Us Remastered, Little Big Planet 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Definitive Experience, Project Cars, Ratchet and Clank, Street Fighter 5, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, that's right there, oof. Yakuza 0, and Yakuza Kiwami.
So imagine this.
Okay.
This, you know that it's going to drop to $200 for a PlayStation for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So $200, 4 games, it's $280 plus your tax.
Yeah.
Dude, you're set.
Yeah.
I mean, you're absolutely set.
I mean, some of these games I want to pay $20 for. Let's be honest.
Project Cars.
Project Cars.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Chris says
Uncharted 4
um
and Doom.
no. Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
okay. Hold on. Chris, because we can't hear you, let us know you're gonna say something and then we'll try to segue into what you're saying. Chris had said that most of these games were given away for free on PS Plus. There's a good number of them. Some of them never were though. A lot of them actually. Games I wouldn't pay $20 for: Project Cars. Probably Metal Gear, but that's mainly because they pissed me off.
But people loved that game.
Yeah. But a lot of these games, it's great. Like Uncharted 4, a brand new version for $20. That's great. Little Big Planet 3,
Last of Us,
remastered. And so all of these games were at least $30 to $40 if you were trying to buy it in the PlayStation Store. You can now buy them for $20.
and Battlefield 4 has a lot of replayability too.
That one, I don't know if it shouldn't be less than $20, just because how much can you buy Battlefield
But I guess what we're
1
getting
now
at
for?
is this hurts nobody. It only helps. This is going to be a big umph. Bloodborne, I know you guys haven't played it yet.
No.
That game, it really
Chris
is.
says it's phenomenal.
It is going to throw, when you play it, it is going to throw you back to the frustration you used to have with games on the PS1.
All right.
I mean, it's hard. Oh my!
Let's
God,
look
it's
at
hard.
PlayStation hits in the UK and EU. So this their lineup's a little bit different. And we can actually compare see which one we like better. So they're getting Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Batman Arkham Knight, Bloodborne, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Drive Club, Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition, EA Sports UFC 2, Earth Defense 4.1, The Shadow of New Despair, Infamous Second Son, Killzone Shadowfall, Little Big Planet 3, Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, Mortal Kombat X, Need for Speed Rivals. I feel like that should just be a bundle. Project Cars, Ratchet and Clank, Rayman Legends, Street Fighter 5, Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, Watch Dogs, Yakuza 0, and that's it.
That's more.
I think we got gypped.
Yeah, I'm like, it seems like they got the better end
I
of the stick.
think we get like Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor,
Mortal Kombat X
Mortal Kombat,
is freaking great.
UFC 2. Like the UFC games are kind of fun actually. Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
How did they get the better freaking lineup? That's crazy. I actually didn't look up these lineups till right now, and I'm actually pretty bugged. They got more games and better ones.
Don't know if there's a lineup for
I don't know
Japan.
if they said.
There probably is. Don't know what it is.
They've got more games. That's
A
booty.
trip. All right.
That's that's ridiculous. So you won Europe. You won. All right, we can go on. You guys all know Pokemon Go, right?
Yep. I actually just made friends with Joseph on there.
Oh, you weren't friends before?
No, because they just
Oh, the friend code thing. Yeah.
they just added that not too long ago.
You guys ready for Walking Dead Go?
No. Don't really care.
Well, I know there's a big Walking Dead fan at the end of the table.
I am, and I am going to tell you it's that I still enjoy the program. I wouldn't even be playing these games, man. I mean, zombies are still fun, whatever. But just like pirates and ninjas, they come in and they go out of style. I mean, it's just the way it works. And they've had a hell of a run.
Yeah.
With zombies. I mean, and we got some good stuff. I love that movie, Z Nation. Is that the one with Brad Pitt?
Oh,
That movie was freaking awesome.
World War Z.
Or World War Z. There you go. That's what it was called. Yeah. They had a good run. It's good. Now time to go to bed for a while again. Vampires. The same thing happens with vampires.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm interested to see how it goes. It's going to be. It will release on July 12th on both iOS and Android, like it should. And instead of trying to catch cute little Pokemon that you can fight people with, you're going to be fighting zombies with your friends in the streets.
And it's not on here. So since we're talking about
Okay.
portable games, did you guys hear about what happened this week with you like the show? You watch Westworld, right?
No, I want to. I just haven't watched it yet.
Okay. So you guys hear what happened about the Westworld portable game?
No.
Okay. So first people were saying, this is just a ripoff of that Fallout Shelter. That was a pretty big hit, right?
Oh yeah,
I almost put this on here.
You should have put this on here. Not only was it a kind of a ripoff. Oh no, it was a ripoff. And how they found out is the exact same bug that was in the original code of Fallout Shelter is in this Westworld.
And didn't they say that it was somebody that had originally worked on the
yes,
original
it was.
Fallout
It was
Shelter?
the same company.
And they had moved on. But that's the thing. Says Westworld is amazing. I do have to watch it.
I started watching it and it was freaking great, and then I just stopped for no reason. And
that happens sometimes.
It's not like anything bad happened. It was good. I just stopped watching.
All right, well, if you want to shoot zombies and live in the survival world of Walking Dead, you can on July 12th.
Yes.
Hey,
Chris says it's a bad that I'm kind of excited for that, and Ate said yes.
Chris says he goes to Universal Studios for the Walking Dead experience, and I will say, I've been through that quite a few times. It really matters who's working on how good that experience is. I went through one time; it was garbage. You would have thought that you went through a high school freaking thing. Went through another time, scared the hell out of me. I mean, it honestly, the environment's amazing, but it really matters who's working it and if they're enthusiastic or not.
Yeah. Speaking on more mobile games, Pokemon Quest is now available on mobile. This is a Pokemon basic RPG style game that was a surprise release on Nintendo Switch last month, and now you can go get it on iOS and Android. I know there's a lot of Pokemon fans that watch our show. I think everybody that watches our show is probably a Pokemon fan. Yeah.
Wait, that's Pokemon?
Yeah, the Pokemon RPG style game. It's a little Squirtle that's running around and doing things. It's kind of a basic RPG. It was a surprise release last month, and it was also a surprise release on the iOS. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I probably will. It looks fun. If you watch it behind us, it's... Sorry, as I pointed in front of you, but behind us, it looks kind of cool. It's a little blocky Pokemon.
Is it...
I'm with you.
Free, right?
It's free.
Well, hell, then...
It's a free-to-play game, so, I mean...
I'm guessing there's obviously in-app purchases.
Yeah, there's in-app purchases that go from $3 to $20 if you want, but you don't need them to play the game.
Now, this one, they said that it does not link, though, with your Switch.
No, it does not transfer.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool if you had actually for both.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll try it out just to see what it's like. I don't know. We'll see. But it's.
Or you can wait until the... No,
I actually like the aesthetic.
I agree with you, Chris.
I just don't know if I'm going to like the game. All right, so that's what if you guys are Pokemon fans and you want to try it, go for it. So that was free to play. What's another big game we've been talking about free to play? What's probably the biggest free to play game right now?
Fortnite.
Maybe ever, yeah, Fortnite.
Fortnite. We're not going to say that, Chris.
Right.
Fortnite is free. You can download it on absolutely any platform. Yet somehow, physical copies.
Again, it's going back to this, to what we talked about earlier.
The same thing. The
Rush.
physical copies. Okay, are you ready for this?
How much are they going for?
You can download it for free.
Yep.
Or you can buy one for upwards of $450 online for the physical copy. That is a free game. Generally, they run around the $100 to $200 range, but they have sold for $450 online. You can find them right now.
And what's crazy about the whole thing, too, is that it's a multiplayer experience, so you have to play it online, so I might as well just download it for free. Why do you need a disc to play online?
I think they're just collectors.
Oh, just a save the world thing for the horde mode? Yeah, but you still need a online connection to play with other people, right?
Claw asks, isn't the biggest free-to-play game real life? Except
it's not
real
free to
life
play.
Is not free to play.
It's not free to play. I tried. No.
Right. But you can still download it and then...
Guys, having a conversation that they can't hear is not going to work. Anyways, let's move on. So Would you guys pay $450 or even $200 for?
Because this is the kind of game, like even Destiny 2, and Overwatch, games that are only online. Those are the only like games that I'm big on. I'll just buy them digitally.
Yeah,
You know, I like the physical copies.
Yeah.
I don't see a point in owning that. Well, I mean, now that would have been a good investment, but besides that, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Says Club must not have a mortgage. Because it's talking about free to play, real life. So, I mean, if you're in the market for a Fortnite physical copy, it'll run you around $100 to $200. Have fun, because I won't even download the game for free. But, to each their own. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I can't believe this made the cut, but go ahead.
Why would this not make the cut?
Oh, my God.
We did the other one, too.
That.
People do. All right.
Do people really?
Yes. You lose.
What is this?
Do you...
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But
This is what happens when I leave the meetings.
Yes. Okay.
There either.
Now, do you guys remember? It was big news when there was a Tomb Raider Barbie, right?
Right.
We talked about it. We put it in here. The reason we put it in here because it is groundbreaking.
Well, not really anymore.
And we
since
all know that all of your guys' favorite action figure or doll is American Doll. I know Ate goes home to his house every day.
Every day.
And he busts out his American Doll. I don't know which one. He probably has all of them. I don't know.
Yes.
Well, now, if you're an American Doll person, I'm guessing this is obviously targeted towards elementary school to junior high girls and Ate.
Yeah.
You can get the Xbox kit. There is an Xbox video game kit to make your American Girl doll a gamer. Are you having trouble there?
Yeah, just...
Oh, put it to the back. Just scroll down.
Luckily, this is not very important, so we're okay.
No, but it kind of is. It's the same way that the it's the same way that the go ahead and transition. It's the same way that the Tomb Raider doll was, or Tomb Raider Barbie was important.
Yeah, Matt, you are fighting for this.
Yeah.
Why do you not find it important? The reason I find it important because if you have a little girl, would you not think it was cool to go when she was?
Never cared about dolls.
Okay, so she never. But American Girl dolls, those are huge. I remember every little girl when I was in elementary school wanted one of these.
It's still huge, though?
Yeah, it's still big. Trace is still buying this for his daughter, and all of his friends still have these. It's huge still. So
I'm just not hip.
if your daughter comes to you and says, "I want to make a girl doll," and you're like, "They cost this much," she's like, "This one's a gamer. It could be a gamer just like you, Dad." You're like, "Son of a bitch." Okay, you're gonna spend the money and get them something because they look up to you as a gamer, and they want to make their doll where they never could before a gamer.
All right.
Yeah, and apparently you can hook up the sound to the chairs when you're playing a game, and the sound goes actually through the chair speakers.
Are you serious? Okay, so what this does... Okay, you can play...
Oh, my God.
That's awesome, because you can play if you're a little girl gamer. You can have the sound going through the speaker.
Not through the TV, but, through these little tiny speakers.
It also comes with...
Xbox One S.
The Xbox One S. So you put and it has it's like a...
Wait, like a legit Xbox One?
No.
It's a miniature.
It's a miniature. But it comes with these little slides.
That's kind of cool. Take that.
It comes with the little slides like the viewfinder, and it projects them. So you have scenes from all Viewmaster from all these different popular Xbox games. It's got different scenes from it, so it's actually like kind of a semi-interactive.
Like chainsaw. And
yeah,
stuff.
I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah, the chainsaw. Klaus says, "Well, Matt thinks girls or dolls are for girls only." That's not what I meant. But that's
I think that's true.
That's the most common.
That is right.
That's a different conversation.
For boys.
That's a different conversation.
Different.
Chris says he wants this just for the Xbox.
You're using that excuse, but yeah.
Yeah, he's using So I mean, it's what you're seeing now is video games are infiltrating. Even though we don't care about this.
My buddy is not a doll. It's a companion.
My buddy was a doll.
No, it's a companion. That's different.
I still have my buddy.
So there you go. That's different.
So, like I said, no Gene likes dolls. So, I mean,
Be quiet,
it's
Chris.
just cool because you cannot care about it, as you obviously don't. But if your daughter did care about American Girl dolls,
Have you shown this to Trace?
no, I will though, because his daughter has them. Who else has them? Somebody else's daughter. I don't know. Somebody else I know.
Taylor still has a bunch of these, I think she said.
Yeah. So I mean,
The hell, dude? eBay.
girls love these things. I mean, I think I know if we had been girls growing up, we never would have had these because I think they're like super damn expensive.
That's expensive.
The American Girl dolls in general are like stupid expensive. Like they make everything look
This
up.
isn't like a Toys R Us $20.
No, American Girl dolls are like somebody let us know, but I think they're like $100 or more for a doll. Like it's. I'm not even. How do you not know about these? Did you?
Are you on the website?
Chris is on the website. How did you not know American Girls dolls were expensive? Like they've been around for decades. They're like,
Are you sure you don't want to set up in the
Where this podcast goes?
I don't know. Okay, Jillian R said my parents. Hold on, Chris. Jillian R14 says my parents were pretty good money wise. The parents are pretty well off, and they couldn't afford one. They had to go get the knockoff Target one because they're expensive. What does one doll cost?
Okay, so the doll, the book, and the accessories is $160.
The doll, the book, and the accessory is $160.
No, not for that.
No, but for that doll.
Then how much for this?
This one I think was $65.
Wow.
Chris is now looking at the doll care section.
But how much
We're
is
really
this?
losing focus here, I gotta say.
I want to find out what this is. The last note says those dolls are over $200, and it depends on the doll. So apparently you didn't know about this world, but it's out there, dude. It's out there. And now Xbox is. I mean, it's smart for Xbox.
Wow.
It's smart. If you're gonna find a doll manufacturer to do it.
Okay,
that's one
this
thing.
is goddamn.
How much is it?
How much is it, Chris?
Okay, so doll is separate. But how much
doll
is
is-
how much is this? Oh,
The
$50.
accessories are
Okay,
$50.
now, this is funny what Claw says.
Okay.
He says what makes this so good is because she says things popular like, you suck, I banged your mom, and suck it, noob, and insert anything racist here. Now that's funny.
In true gamer fashion.
That
true-
is funny. That is what the Xbox was.
In true 9-year-old
Oh,
video
my
game
God.
fashion. That's amazing. I
And
don't know how I missed
Claw,
that.
this game does not support cross-play with PS4.
All right. So if you're into American Girl dolls, if your
That's
daughters
funny.
are into American Girl dolls, you can now spend a crap ton of coin and get them an Xbox for their
All right.
American Girl doll.
God damn, Claw, that was funny.
And Jen R says they're all at least $100 minimum. All right.
Actually, some of the dolls by themselves are only like $35-40 now.
Oh, so they're probably like the discount, like clearance.
Get your own, though. We can make one that looks
Chris is going off the wall. All right.
You are enjoying this a little too
Chris
much.
is enjoying this way too much.
I know.
All right. Skyrim. It's on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even VR, right?
Even VR. It's on
That's how
everything.
Raw Dog plays it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's on everything. Go ahead and play it. No, I don't want you to talk about it, Chris. Not yet. Skyrim is on everything. It was announced at E3 as Skyrim Very Special Edition. They even have Keegan Michael Key here from Key and Peele. They do a spoof joke, and he turns on his Alexa and tells him to play Skyrim, right?
Mhm.
So he's playing, and it's a total spoof joke. It's freaking
Because
hilarious.
they had Skyrim Beeper, Skyrim other
Yeah.
things.
And
Tamagotchi,
he's
yeah.
like tripping out. No, I want you to do this. No, Alexa, do this. And so like he's freaking out, and it's hilarious. We even posted it on our page because it was funny. What a lot of people didn't realize at that thing is, yes, they put a funny commercial, but it's actually a real game.
The Alexa one is.
The Alexa version. It's actually, you can go on your Alexa and play. Chris played it.
I've heard him play it.
You can go on your Alexa and play the Skyrim Very Special Edition, and it's like a word-based, one of those like dungeon crawler,
like the
word-based.
old PC games where you would
the
type.
VIC-20 games in the Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are still some of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah.
I love those games.
But in this case, it's just
You
like
just say it.
You say
Yeah,
it.
you say it. And so this is actually the thing.
Awesome.
It's awesome. And I didn't know this till I was looking at, different gamings or whatever. And I think I was on like GameSpot or IGN or whatever. And they only posted this a few days ago. Like, they just realized it was kind of a thing. Like, it's actually a thing. Like, and I guess when they were talking to the on this, he goes to his refrigerator and is playing on his Samsung refrigerator. He's playing on his beeper. That's the joke part of it.
Have
But
you seen those damn refrigerators?
yeah, they're crazy.
Now-
$4,500.
They're
Now,
insane.
Here's the thing: when I saw on Twitter that because of this whole thing came out and blew up, somebody went on there and said because in this commercial they had the Samsung refrigerator, and they said somebody typed it, is this coming to Samsung? And then Samsung replied back that it might be.
That would be so freaking hilarious. All right, Chris,
I just
and
didn't know
like,
Skyrim was that big.
well, no, here's what it is. Because what happened, their CEO was saying as it started out as a joke. They made this commercial starting as a joke because everybody always talks about Sky. We've talked about it 1,000 times. Oh, another Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another Skyrim. Oh, it's on the Wii. Oh, it's on the Switch. It's on your phone. Skyrim Monopoly. Skyrim
really?
VR.
Oh my god!
All these things, right? So they decided because everybody was giving such crap to make fun of themselves and make a fun commercial about it, but actually release a very special edition.
Claw is reading my mind right now.
What did he say?
He said they'll port it to Echo, but not Vita. I swear to God, that's what's going in my head right now. I'm like, God damn it, they never sent it
Wow.
to the Vita.
So I mean, if you have Alexa, you can go out there and play the game. It's a word-based, Chris yeah. Okay, so that was perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna ask him his review very quickly. He says short, in depth, and unresponsive.
Wait, is that the game or are you talking? Never mind.
Oh,
Al, there goes my.
come on! Wow!
I'm just asking.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Chris says the game is too short. You said it was in depth. It's detailed, but it's unresponsive, which means Alexa doesn't respond very well to your. It's Alexa.
Yeah, and because I was listening to him play it, and you really do have a lot of options when you're playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the reason why you stopped, you were playing for like it lost connection to the server or something. But you said you were playing for about half an hour. Yeah,
So that's, I mean,
All right.
you can get Skyrim on Alexa now. That's crazy. I honestly think it's hilarious though that they were able to poke fun at themselves and then give the
I think
fans.
that dude's hilarious.
Oh, that guy's hilarious. Them both, Key and Peele. That's one of the greatest shows, and it should be on again.
But they chose to end it, right? That
Yeah, I
didn't
believe
get
so.
cut. They
They went
decided.
to go make movies
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. What do you guys say we get into our nitty gritty? I think that's all we got this week.
Yep.
This week's nitty gritty is a discussion that's going around a lot of the podcasts now that we actually talked about at PSX last year, or just after
Right
PSX.
after PSX.
Why don't you tell the original story so we can give a refresher
All
of
right.
what happened at PSX last year? Because our nitty
And it
gritty.
is on our previous
Yes.
podcasts, and it was something that we actually I noticed, and I brought it up, and we were all very concerned about it. And what it was I was watching the Greg Miller interview at PSX of Sean Layden.
Yeah.
So Sean Layden is the guy who took over Worldwide Studios.
If you don't know who Shad Layden is, if you watched E3, he was the guy doing all the talking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he is. Unfortunately, it's him now instead of Shuhei.
Yeah.
They're kind of trying to move him as the figurehead.
Yeah,
not just the guy who runs it, but the guy, the public face.
Yeah,
I
the
guess you
yeah.
will. Okay. So he's in this interview, and somebody in the audience comments how they didn't like the way PSX was done this year. And I was the first. Hell, I was so pissed off.
You left.
I left.
Yeah.
I left. It was,
night before.
It was ridiculous. The night before, it was bullshit. Instead of it being the way it should be, is you get a ticket, You go to the event, you go to the keynote, which,
The
just so
previous
everybody
ones
knows,
did.
is the highlight of the
It's
event,
so
is the
awesome. Yeah.
keynote. Well, now they changed it to make it some special. Oh, no, you have to have this to get to the keynote, which they didn't need to do that.
They did it Friday night instead of
And
Saturday
they did it
morning.
Friday night
That's
instead
weird.
of Saturday. So somebody commented in the audience how it was not done well. And instead of him being a good PR guy, he says, well, you don't like it, you should just go. And you could tell the way he said it, it was not in a joking fashion. I'm like, this guy's Don Matrix all over again. Those who don't remember what Don Matrix, he's the guy who is getting real cocky coming into the Xbox One about, no, it is only online, don't buy it, if you don't like it, whatever.
Yeah. Why do you want Twitch? Nobody wants Twitch. When PlayStation said they had
Yes.
it, and then when they got the outcry on Twitter, all of a sudden Xbox had Twitch.
So at that time, what happened here, and our discussion was, because I know it's really hard to tell, we really like PlayStation around this place. We really like PlayStation. We were all very concerned that I hope Sony's not doing that thing that everybody does, as Sony did before after the PlayStation 2, with the success getting so cocky that they kind of weren't taking notice of their fans and basically where their bread is
Which
buttered.
is what the Xbox they did at the end of Xbox 360. Actually, they did with the start, but people bought into the buying things for no reason. But start not caring about their fans, and then Xbox One comes out.
Yes.
Also not caring about their fans.
But the worst thing here is PlayStation already did this.
Yeah.
When they did the highest selling, the most selling console of all time, the PlayStation
PS2,
2.
Yeah.
At the end of it, they decided to come out with this bad boy, but the original version
bigger one,
of
yeah.
the PS3. And they sold this thing for $600,
Yeah.
which was crazy, and they were arrogant about it.
They were arrogant about a lot of stuff, and they were arrogant in their marketing. They felt they didn't need to market as much as Xbox, but you saw Xbox everywhere.
Remember with the comment? No, this machine's so good, you need to go. And they were not joking. You should go get a second job to make sure you can afford the PS3.
Yeah.
I mean, they said that.
Yeah.
So they're going back into that, and Claw's putting a bunch of examples. Nintendo did it with the Wii U. Yes, they did. Microsoft did it before the Xbox One. Yes, they did. So here's, I guess, what bothers me about this is we've seen this happen time and time again.
Yeah.
I felt, and I really do feel this way, PlayStation had the right people in place. You had someone like Shuhei who, quite honestly, goes and is the right face for the company. Microsoft now has Phil Spencer.
Yeah,
And
great.
we preach around here about Phil Spencer. I mean, since that man has taken, and look, well, hell, let's look at the E3.
E3.
Look at E3 this year.
So
Is this, well, what I was getting at, I'll get to it real quick, Matt, is it's funny how we had said this December of last year, and we saw it coming.
those all the signs. Yeah.
We saw the signs, yet now, after E3, finally people are starting to, oh my God, this horrible, look at what Sony's doing.
Yeah, they're starting to become the bad guy in the media, on the social media,
Which is too bad.
And now here's what I will defend them on the PS3 price. Maybe they should have come out with two versions, because their price was justified for what was in it.
Yeah, compared to all the things that it had, whereas you had to buy extra for the Xbox.
But it was also the cell processor, if you remember.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's what
but
cost
yes,
it.
well, what
Hard
cost is
drive.
hard drive.
A processor.
It had a Blu-ray player,
Blu-ray,
which you
yeah.
had to get externally for $120 on the
And it
Xbox,
had all the outsourced media.
and it had a Wi-Fi adapter, which you had to get externally for $120 on the Xbox if you wanted. So for the Xbox to do what the PS3 did, the Xbox 360 at launch,
You were
Yes.
spending about
you had to pay
$150 more.
$250 more.
No, and,
$240.
and plus, like I just said, all the external. Remember,
Yeah.
you could put an SD card in. You could put all those different media in there that the Xbox was not doing. And I get that.
Claw says two versions just like the next Xbox. So
I agree with that.
and so that's what they probably should have done. That's what to me killed them. I think, and they
It
thought,
still outsold the Xbox 360, though.
Yeah.
Remember that. The
Yeah.
PS3
Eventually,
outsold it.
yeah.
yeah. That thing said that if you remember during the E3 podcast, it said the Xbox not only won E3, but that Sony has become far too artistic in presentation for
agree.
its own good.
I agree 100% with that.
Yeah, it was kind of cool the first time. Like, oh, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But now it's like everything has to fit that format.
But we
agree
knew
with you
going
on that.
into the E3 though that they weren't doing a full E3 presentation. They were just going to go over the games that we already knew about.
And then Shuhei put on Twitter later on, like, hey, just so you guys know, there was a bunch of stuff we didn't announce at E3. So I'm guessing
PSX.
PSX.
Which
is
we
gonna
all love
be,
that.
Yeah, PSX is going to be the new E3. They basically went into this. We have to remember that Xbox went into E3 having to prove something. They needed
But you
to
know what?
do it,
But you
like
know
we
what?
said.
You know what? Fake it. I'm sorry. The Sean Layton guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and he is who he is, whatever. And the most easy way of putting it, the guy's a dick. All right, I mean that's what he is. I'm sorry, that's what he is, and that's he comes off as one. Maybe he's not. Hell, maybe this guy freaking donates millions of dollars to charity. Maybe he's the nicest man in the world. Maybe he's a philanthropist. Maybe he's a humanitarian. I don't know. All I'm saying is the way he's looking,
The way
and
he reacts, his response,
There you go.
yeah.
His reactions are very
Not thinking before he speaks, telling him, well, if you don't like it, get out.
They're very Don Matrix-like.
And what a lot of people are
Which these
saying
are
is,
successful men. I'm not taking that away from them.
and if you look at it, and what the big outcry now is obviously crossplay. Why can there be crossplay between Nintendo and Microsoft, but not with PlayStation? That's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where now Sean Lanes have to go out there and make responses to this. He's
But
making
did you
responses.
see their initial response?
Yeah.
Their initial response was, we're PlayStation. We already have 80 million people in our base. We're PlayStation. We're number one. We're this. We don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you could think that and you could talk about that in your corporate office.
Yeah. You can't say
That's
that.
not the face you give to the
No.
public. What are you doing?
And that's the issue. When they said that, even more uproar. People were like, and they've had excuses. All they've said security. Okay, well they solved that with Nintendo and Microsoft. They've said, blah blah, and they said, well, we don't like the idea of somebody buying an Xbox to play with our people over here. Like buy the PlayStation and then play with your people. Like it's about money, but to me, it's absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, we're not gonna have the same friends list, but I should be able to play Call of Duty with somebody on Xbox just by having within game their friends list, like their friends,
And here's the other thing. That's fine because let me tell you, I understand they're doing their damnedest and they're doing their best. It's going to be years and years before Xbox has a God of War, an Uncharted, and in my opinion, a Gran Turismo. I'm serious.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be years before they have that. So I don't know. So we got okay. Let's read this. I'm going to read this without even. I'm just going to go straight to it.
Okay.
All right. That's the thing says. But the point of E3 is to present games. It's a competition for each company to show what they have and what's coming up and prove to everyone else that they are the best. PSX is dumb because Nintendo also avoided E3 a few years back, and it was a huge mistake. PSX shouldn't be where you make your reveals because simply by that point, no one cares except for diehards. A casual fan doesn't want to wait X amount of months later to see what Sony has. Sony is losing their grip on the public. I don't really agree.
I don't agree with
I agree
everything
with part of that.
Yeah, part of it.
But I
maybe
believe
grip on
PSX
you, but I don't know if the PSX is huge. Everybody loves. Like it's not even like just the diehards. There's a lot of big things announced there. Like that third-party
And
companies
even
will
beyond
announce
that,
there.
usually the vibe there,
Yeah.
I didn't feel it this last year because I left pissed off.
Yeah.
So, but the vibe there is usually pretty good. I mean, I've been to a few of them.
Yeah, PSX is, Nintendo, and I don't agree that Nintendo screwed up with E3 because Nintendo does their Nintendo Direct all the time, and those to me are way bigger than the E3 Nintendo
I like those, but
presentations.
I do have to say that the thing I think in his entire speech there, what he wrote down there, I agree so much with the last thing he said. Sony is losing their grip on the public, and that does concern
Well, that's
me.
what we're talking. So
Now, we have, had these conversations about Xbox and Nintendo and all that stuff. We said, this is what they need to do. And usually about 6 months later, they do it. So I'm hoping, because we're saying this now, because we have such a good track record, that come PSX, they do what they need to do and get back in touch with us.
And that's what I think is okay. Where I think they're out of touch is not listening to their fans. What you should drop at E3 is like name changes, crossplay, something, because what they said E3 was going to be is what it was.
I still don't want name changes, but all right.
I think you should. I think okay, but if that's what the fans want, that's what they want. And to your point that what did he say? That it's about showing what's best, showing what you have, and competing with the other people. Their route of taking that was what they said they were going to do. We're going to show what our games look like and give you in-depth, make you want to play each of these big titles coming out, not just bombard you with a bunch of free games or a bunch of games that are coming out.
But let's be honest. The 4 games they showed, did what they do actually even sell one more copy? I mean, everybody was already going to buy those.
And that could be true. Yeah, I was already.
Everybody was going to buy those.
That could have been a PSX
Spider-Man.
kind of a thing.
The Ghost of Tsushima, everybody's buying that. You're going to buy that based on the track records anyway of those studios.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, that's the thing. Said is PSX bigger than E3? Truthfully, answer that. I'm not saying
it's not.
It's not. Is not paying. So I'm not saying PSX isn't cool. I'm saying that PSX is not for the public. It's for their Sony fans. I'd see it, but I disagree with that.
Oh, I don't. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
That last statement I disagree with.
Oh,
E3,
no, I believe it. I agree with that.
No, well, let me finish. The reason I say it's not just for their fans is because maybe starting off it was more for the hardware, but they're trying to make it bigger and bigger and make it for the public.
I kind of like that PSX is for those of us who like to drink the Kool-Aid on occasion. It's like it gives us a time to do that without like when we go to PSX. Mm-hmm. I truly am in like a pumped up state. Like, I mean, hell, they can sit up there and they can say, talk about a game that I didn't even care about. But I'm not being cynical at PSX. Yeah. At E3, I'm incredibly cynical. Yeah. Yeah. PSX, now, when I get away from PSX, I'll be more cynical. But when you're there, I do believe it's for the fans, and that's what it's for.
But here's the thing. Why is everybody pulling out of E3?
They don't want to get it. No.
Nope. Oh, crap. None of these game makers, these console makers, you have a feeling they don't actually want to be there. That's why Nintendo wants to do their own thing. Microsoft. Wasn't Microsoft not even a presence in E3?
I agree with you. Okay, yes, you are absolutely right.
This is my point.
The reason E3 is dropping is the cynicism. You're right.
Nobody wants to be there. So, yes, PSX, right.
To everybody, especially since it's so crowded and everything.
E3 was a trade show, and now it's a E3 is losing money because the console makers are going outside of the venue. Nintendo is Nintendo in it, or is it across the street? It was across the street last year.
Microsoft was across the street.
Microsoft was across the street.
Because Microsoft owns or they have the rights to.
So Microsoft
at Live.
Mind you, they still show everything during E3 as
during
an
the
E3 production.
But I guess I have no issue with PSX big announcements being at E3, because how are you going to get that big? Make people care about it to the public? Making big announcements there. If you make your PS5 announcement at E3, that's where everybody's going to go. But if you want your PSX to get bigger, are you not going to make it there so people want to see the big announcements and wait for PSX every year?
PS4 had its own event.
And that was dumb. Yeah.
No, actually, that worked out good for them. Look at how they're doing right now. That worked out okay.
Yeah, but it would have been a bigger splash in my opinion, at PSX.
Well, yeah.
Well, PSX wasn't even around yet.
And I guess part of this is Microsoft got punched in the face at the beginning of this generation, and they never once like Phil, they didn't try to hide that we just got punched in the face. Mm-hmm. You know what? It was our fault we got punched in the face. I feel Sony is doing it in a way like, go ahead, punching us in the face. We're indestructible. We don't care. And I don't like that.
No, I don't. Like that's where I agree with you. I'm agree with you there. That was the Xbox standpoint at the beginning of this generation.
That was Dawn Matrix. Yes.
For the first year of this generation, if not two, it was them going, we didn't mess up. It's fine. Xbox is amazing. Yet they were somehow making changes to it and changing and patches because everybody was so bugged with it. Phil Spencer comes in and goes, no, we screwed up. Xbox One X, this is because we screwed up. These things here, this is because we've been screwing up. And I agree with you that I think, I don't know if it's Sony, but for sure Sean Layden has a don't give a crap attitude.
Or at least that's what he puts out there.
Yeah, that's what he puts
I
out
guess
there.
I don't want to get personal attacks on here, but and like I say, when I say he's a dick, I mean he comes off like one. I'm not saying he is, because like I said, he could be the greatest guy. What do I know? I don't know the man. I take that back.
But it could be Sony, because if he's the spokesperson, he's going out there and saying what Sony's saying. So it is Sony then saying, well, we don't have to. Sony, you have to have crossplay. I'm sorry. You have
to be relevant in the future.
To be relevant, you have to have crossplay. The same way Xbox had to have Twitch when you put it on your system first. You need crossplay.
Yeah.
Because the same way you had a PS4 that could record gameplay, stream gameplay, and Xbox didn't, and they had to adapt. If this is what the adaptation is, because at the beginning of the generation, crossplay was not a thing. If this is the newest adaptation that everybody's going, Sony has to do it, and not just sit there and go,
yeah, we don't need it.
Well, we don't need it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not buy a PS4. That's how you get slapped in the face, and that's the conversation of what nitty gritty. What we're trying to get to is not really the E3s and the PSXs and what's a better, or the Gamescom, what's a better conference is.
It's the best moves moving forward.
What the best moves moving forward. What is Sony doing wrong as far as their public appearance with listening to the fans?
They need to go back to like 2-3 years ago, PlayStation.
You know, they need to get it back to when it was shockingly the PS3 was a dark horse, and you had the two guys championing it, Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty, and they're championing it, and then Shuhei's coming in to talk to them and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Kind of like what, I mean, if you look at it, Phil Spencer just did and is doing exactly what Sony did with the PS3.
Yeah.
The thing is it's a little too late for this thing.
Yeah, so here's our issue. Well, that's the thing. Says Sony is acting like a Borg. Okay, well, here's some Star Trek references for you guys. Sorry if you're not a fan.
Not all of it Star Trek.
Okay, Sony is acting like Jar Jar Binks.
No, you're reading it wrong.
Sorry, it's acting like the Borg. I'm dyslexic. Sorry. Microsoft is the Cardassians. EA is the Ferengi, and Nintendo is Jar Jar Binks. Except for Nintendo's relevant now, so that would have that would have been the comments in E3 or in the Wii era, definitely the Wii U era.
I don't know. The lab was kind of stupid.
The things that destroyed the joke in one go.
Yep.
Sorry, man. It's hard for me to read. Gloss says Todd Howard publicly called out Sony for the reason why Fallout 76 will not have crossplay. The last time he did that was when Sony had said no to mods.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which you do know there are mods now in Fallout 4 on the PS4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we agree. Plaus sat here for years saying we don't call Sony out for stuff and we don't say Sony's wrong on things. They're wrong. This is where they're wrong.
Ahead of the curve on
and
this.
we were way ahead of the curve. We called this last December.
Yep.
We called when Xbox needed to do things. What did Xbox come out and do? Start doing things. And they're making, and with Phil Spencer, they've made all the right moves. What did we say they need to do at E3?
They did.
They did what we said they needed to do because we have not cared about any of their last presentations. Now we're telling you, Sony, which they don't care about our opinion, obviously, but what the fans want are for you to listen. And you were listening, and now when we're saying we want crossplay, they should have been the first to jump on this.
Yeah.
Joseph puts a nice point to this, actually. Let's put it this way. The four of us are the biggest Sony fans, and we hate what they are doing. That's not good.
That's
right.
That's not good, yeah.
That's not good.
You're breaking my heart.
We don't have a problem. We don't have a problem calling a spade here. We just don't.
No.
That's just all there is to it. And I got to say, it's nice being on the winning team sometimes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it was a climb back up with this thing. Mm-hmm. It was a climb.
With PS3. Yeah.
And so much so that I still say this. My favorite console, not a handheld, my favorite console was the PS2.
Yeah.
The console I have in my life had the most fun with, by far, was the 360. Mm-hmm. And that's because that's when the online really came a thing, and we all were
Halo
all
and
doing our
Gears.
thing. Here's the thing. Why is Sony, by you not letting crossplay happen, you're trying to tie our hands. You really are. You're trying to restrict us. Don't do that.
Okay, so Claw says, now I know that Microsoft was against crossplay last gen. Just remember how bad PSN was in the huge security leak. Now everyone has security unlock. Now everybody loves to talk about the PlayStation leak and the PlayStation hack, like Xbox didn't have one themselves. They did. Security was not great. And just so you know, security, even though they say it's on lock, I'm telling you, there's going to be another big hack.
Yeah, there always is.
There's always these
Equifax, have
yeah.
all these big corporations.
all of these, every single service has gone down for a hack, and you can't get servers and they can't figure out there's a hack. It's happening this generation on both consoles. So that you can't say that it's only PS.
Claw says that we will roll over when SOCOM 2 Remaster is announced at PSX. There's nothing to roll over to. I will always buy every console that comes out.
Yeah.
It's not going to change.
He's saying fanboys will roll over and say
but
that.
It has nothing to do with that for
Yeah.
me. If I could only pick one console, that would be one thing. So luckily, thank God I'm not in that spot. And I will always get everything that comes out, even if it's garbage. I mean, hell, I got the Wii U. It's sitting right there.
Claus says you guys will roll. So he said you guys will roll over when SOCOM 2 Remaster is announced at PSX
There's
2018.
nothing to roll over.
We will say that you finally gave us the one game we've been asking for years, and we're going to be super excited.
Still need to fix your crap.
But if their attitude is still that of not caring when, and like you said, Claude, before, Xbox was against it because of security, blah, blah, blah. No, that was all their excuses. None of them wanted to do crossplay. But now
That's correct.
Yeah, but now that it has happened.
And it is feasible.
It was always feasible. Now that it has happened, PlayStation has to make the right move and switch it. That's just all there is to it. They were all against it before. Somebody broke the mold. Maybe they had a pack. Hey, guys, we're not doing this right. We're not going to do crossplay. No, I'm not doing crossplay. Are you kidding me? No, we're not doing it. Nintendo, you in? Yeah, guys, if we're not doing crossplay. And they were all against it. Nintendo, Xbox, they made a little pack. They made crossplay, making PlayStation look like the bad guy.
But let's be honest, who let this cat out of the bag? It was Rocket League.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they said, this isn't as hard as they're all saying.
Yep.
They're like, these guys are telling you one thing, which, dude, you want to talk about a ballsy move that they did with that. I mean, that's something that they did that they said, no, that's it.
Well, that's the thing. Says every time I watch, Claude gets so mad when you all love on Sony. Now he's mad at you for calling out Sony. Sorry, Claude. I mean, the chat sees it. So all we're saying is, and now here's the thing. What's this period? From December to now. That's like 6 months, 7 months. Mm-hmm. We're seeing that we've seen this attitude. We called this attitude might happen. And now 6 months later, it is happening. This is a small thing that they could fix.
Yeah. And here's the thing is, because I have listened to a lot of the podcasts, and I'm hearing this is the thing about Sony right now. Mm-hmm. Honestly, nobody will personally call out what's setting this off. Because I think because they're in the industry, they're worried about getting blackballed. We don't have to worry about that because nobody's coming here anyway.
Blackball us.
Yeah. So I truly believe that let's see if, just fake it. Just make it look like you're trying to be genuine and that you care. The guy doesn't look it, and honestly, I don't even know if half of them realize that the reason is because of him. So let's see, what does Sony happen? Let's see what happens if, first off, is he going to be on as many podcasts as he normally is, which is still not a lot, but he goes on the blog.
We're talking about Sean Layden stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if his attitude changes because, it's kind of hard when you dig in like that to come out. I mean, for all of us, it's human nature, you're set a certain way.
And that's the thing. And this right here, this is a small thing they can change. The Xbox stuff that we ripped into them before, that was changing a whole paradigm of your console sucks, it's slow, you don't care about your fans to do all of these things. There was a lot more to fix. You don't have exclusives, you don't have good presentation that get us excited to play your console. They have a lot more to fix over the last 2 years that they've finally to the point where I'm excited now. After E3, I am now comfortable saying I'm excited to see what Xbox is going to do.
Yeah.
I'm still excited to see what PlayStation is going to do.
They just
When
need
it
to change
comes
their
to
attitude.
games, somebody's got it.
Yeah.
They just need to change this one small thing. Don't be rude.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't care, because hell hath no wrath like a woman's, scorn. Talk about gamers.
And Matthew's the epitome of
There you
a
go.
woman's
So,
scorn.
No, but he's right what he's about to say.
Talk about gamers scorn. Gamers will shut down.
And with the internet now.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the internet, I mean, you don't piss us off. What happened to Xbox? Their E3 presentation where they announced what was going to happen with Xbox One, and they sent it out expecting people to be happy, and they said, it's a media system. What happened?
What?
That was horrible.
Gamers said, nope, we're going to buy a PS4. They care about the games.
Yeah.
So if you are not going to show that you care about your fans, that's what's going to happen to you if they keep on this trajectory. We're saying right now it's a very easy fix. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just fake it.
Yeah,
And in 6
fake
months-
it till you make it.
Just fake it. Well, see, the thing is, they've already made it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
That's
mean,
the thing.
no, what would make it here would be you get your fans' appreciation back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I don't know. It's
I've been told Matthew's my first daughter.
well, that's not say that. Well, that thing said gamers killed Xbox One and the gamers brought it back. Exactly. That's exactly what we're saying. Gamers killed the Xbox One because you didn't care, and when Phil Spencer finally listened to what the gamers wanted, it's coming back now. Now it's to a point where you think you have the control because, and this is what we say to Sony, you think you have the control because you've made so much, because you've sold so many. No. This will kill you going to the next generation if you end on a note of not caring.
Let's just think of it this way. If you remember, even back with the PS3 generation and the Xbox 360, and this was every one of us to a person.
Mm-hmm.
Any single-player games, we bought on the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Any multiplayer games, we bought on the Xbox.
Yep.
No.
Now, if you're not allowing crossplay, and Xbox is,
Mm-hmm.
why would I buy an online game? Like, say, Destiny, for instance.
Yeah.
Why would I buy that on PlayStation instead of Xbox?
Yeah.
If Xbox is going to let me have a larger
Yeah.
player base, a more diverse player base,
Play with my boy that only has a Switch, my boy that only has a PC.
yes. Why would I buy it for PlayStation?
Crossplay is something the fans have wanted for years. Every gamer's wanted crossplay
Remember
for
years.
years.
What was that game called?
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun.
That was that was
Oh,
that was a crossplay.
That-
Everybody's wanted crossplay for years, and they always told us it was too difficult, it can't happen, security, all these BS excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's here. Now Sony has to do it, and don't give us attitude about, oh well, we don't have to, blah blah blah. That's how you're gonna lose the next generation.
Gamers are a fickle bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, think how shocked Xbox must be right now, coming off of selling 80 million units on the 360.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox One's an amazing system, and they're still sitting at, 32?
Yep.
And
Yeah. So I mean that's where we're at. We called this. We can pat ourselves on the back.
Again.
This again. And they need to change. I mean that's where we're at. And
since we've talked about it, they will.
there you go.
Yeah. Every time we talk about something,
It's
it
true.
happens.
It is true.
So, you're welcome, gamers.
TMG is here for you.
Yep.
I'm going to read one more comment real fast, and then we'll close out the nitty-gritty. Well, that's the thing. Says Sea of Thieves is a perfect example of how easy and simultaneously difficult it is to please fans. Be honest with us, listen to us, fix what we say is broken in a timely fashion, and don't kill us with purchasable loot boxes.
Yeah.
That's
what,
exactly.
what he just summed up is the way every business should run.
Yeah.
Just be honest. Just say, hey, this is it. This is what we're going to do.
And also, Sea of Thieves, crossplay.
Well, yeah,
Well, it's crossplay with itself. That's the thing. Is it's crossplay with
PC and Xbox.
but it's Microsoft and Microsoft. You have Microsoft and operating
but
system
you
and
can't
Microsoft
minimize
operating
that.
system.
It's still a thing.
Well, no, that is good. That is good, but it's its own infrastructure. It's its own it's the same company. Now, if Sea of Thieves comes out on Switch and becomes crossplay, now we're talking about the crossplay we want.
But look
Now
at
we're
that
talking.
Look at that commercial Microsoft and Nintendo just did for Joseph's crazy with what he just put, but all right.
He said that last podcast too. He says Sea of Thieves is game of the year. It's
an honorable mention.
God of War.
Yeah,
No.
Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, no. It's a fun game.
It's a really fun game.
It's a fun game you put hours into, but you can do that with Lego too. So
Also a fun game.
also a fun game. You can put hours into it.
Lincoln
Game
Blocks.
of the year takes a
Legos are fun.
yeah, but game of the year takes a whole different. It has to have amazing graphics, amazing story, amazing voice acting, amazing everything. There's things that you have to have for game of the year. It's like an Oscar versus
And an Emmy.
an Emmy. Yeah, we'll go with
You know,
that.
still to this day, every time I, mess around with Legos,
Mm-hmm.
I could be building a car or a warthog or whatever I'm building.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stop until I build myself a nice Glock. I swear to God, even since I was a kid, always building a gun.
Careful. You can't have those
I'll
anymore.
just say that. Didn't you do the same thing?
Oh yeah. No, I make full on rifles with
the trigger.
With the trigger,
with
yeah.
the
Your
scopes.
original ones were like 3 of the square box up, and then like some of the other you ran around with.
Yeah.
And if you have
that's
the
what, when you're real young,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
the Duplo ones. You have a really big.
Yeah.
See, they didn't have Duplo when I was a kid.
But
yeah, I know what you mean. That's funny though. Yeah, because Legos always ends up being a gun. You got to.
Yeah, you have to.
So, PlayStation, make a Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, so that's what it is.
I think that's it for the nitty gritty.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
it for
we
nitty-gritty.
I think we dug pretty deep there.
Yeah.
into Sony. Sorry, we
And
love
I
you,
hope
but fix it.
I hope that it works out. Like I said, because I do get
Yeah.
worried about that. I if anything, Xbox has shown, which by the way, selling 30-something million units is not a failure by any means. Like with the Xbox One X, but it has shown the difference of what can happen from one generation to the next.
Hey, you could have both been rocking 50 million each, and been a close battle if Xbox had not done what PlayStation's doing right now with their attitude. And we'll see what happens. PlayStation, like I said, we love Sony, we love PlayStation. There's just things you have to fix, or you're going to piss off everybody, and then we can't even defend you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like there's fanboy things we can fight, and there's things that you're doing wrong.
Claw said Xbox is north of 40 million, which that's great.
Some
That's
Xbox
great.
account leaked. When did they say that? I thought it
I
was
don't know why they're so secretive.
because they're not doing well.
Well, you're secretive when your competition's above 80 million.
That's true.
You're 2 to 1. And
They're above
that's
90 million now.
Was that?
They're above 90, aren't they?
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was
But they were 95.
Oh my God! All right, so that's a bad number to hear. 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is a bad number. You
Yeah.
don't ever want to hear that.
I thought it was 3 to 1 last.
It used to be, but that's what I'm saying. So,
Oh, yeah.
so they're gaining ground.
Okay, Claw, saying that they're north of 40 based off an Xbox account leak, it's not hard numbers to me. It could be,
No, but I bet you it is. It has to be. That
be.
everybody.
Especially
But I
with the E3.
but a few
people
weeks
think,
ago
no.
it was 3 to 1 at 90 to 30 million. So you're going to tell me
But I
they
knew that
jumped
number
over?
was wrong. There was no way that number was right because it was sitting at that number before the X came out. So that
It's
at
like 25 when
like
the X
28
came out.
or something.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. There's no way that was right. And once again, I wanted to have success.
yeah.
The more success these things have, like I said, look at what pushed Xbox to do what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It was Sony.
Yeah.
They pushed Xbox. Now, but what bugs me is it seems like Sony's playing golf.
Yeah.
When you play golf and you're winning and people behind, which does not happen to me very often,
Mm-hmm.
the other people you're playing with are not so good. You're just playing against yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's what Sony's doing
yeah.
right now. They're just playing against themselves.
So yeah, that's the nitty gritty. We delved deep into it. Thank you to the chat for jumping in there and
Yeah,
giving your opinion, a lot of discussion. That being said, we're going to back off and we're going to let this whole thing go to the chat with the
Claw's
Claw.
Corner.
Claw. Chat lobby
The Claw's
asks,
Corner.
named after Claw, the fan in here that's the Xbox fanboy. This is where you in the chat can ask us anything you want. Now, Claw's already in here saying we're going to hate it,
Uh-oh.
which means he's got some questions for us that we're not
I'm
gonna
good.
be happy with. So this is the point in the show where you in the chat can ask us absolutely anything having to do with video games or company ourselves, whatever, and we will try to have a discussion about it or answer it. And this
Or
segment, or not, this segment goes on for like 30 seconds, and sometimes it goes on for a half hour. It's just whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about, and we'll leave it open as long as you want to talk. And that's how we end our show, kind of. So,
Okay, so Claw asks,
go ahead.
so it leaked late last week that Microsoft is building a system-wide mod program. It may come out at the end of summer. Microsoft is really adding value. Halo Infinite with Forge that supports mods. Do you think this will help Xbox in a big way, or will it just please the hardcore?
I'm going to immediately go with please the hardcore.
Please the hardcore.
For me, mods, I get enough out of my game with what they put. I don't need to put more in. And there's so many games.
There's gonna be things where it's cool, and you can be playing Fortnite or whatever, and all of a sudden you're a Jedi because somebody made a mod, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But
Joseph's question's way more important.
But there's gonna be. Remember what happens with mods? They go too crazy. All of a sudden, you got
there's so
all
many
these
different things.
Thomas the Tank engines and things. It's going to crash things, and I'm not sure the consoles are strong enough to handle that level of mod making. So I think it's going to be a basic modding, and it could be cool, but I don't think it adds value per se.
Joseph says NWO versus DX. NWO, hands down.
NWO.
Hands down.
I don't watch
Octave's
wrestling.
like, I don't care.
I don't care.
What are you going to say, Chris?
Yeah, you
He
get
says
PC.
if I want to do anything with modding, I want to buy a console.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's PC.
Hearing that you can mod on a console isn't going to make me feel better about buying a console. That just makes me a little worried that a bunch of people are going to start trying to cheat.
Okay. So the next question, I agree with you, by the way, Chris. And what do you think about State of Decay was number one at NPD, outselling Detroit at half the cost and with Game Pass, and that PS Now may finally add down. I don't know about that. PS Now may I like that part. Okay. So State of Decay. People like that game. They enjoy it. What do I think about it outselling Detroit Become Human? I think sometimes there's things that happen in this world that make absolutely no sense.
I also think that it wasn't one of the top 10 stream games, so
Also, too,
And by the
how
way,
good was it?
go ahead. I think you're going to say what I was going to say.
multiplayer games tend to sell more than single
Not
player.
only that, he just said that it's on Game Pass. What he doesn't realize is that actually gives you credit towards NPD.
Yeah, it does.
Game Pass. Thus, I downloaded State of Decay.
Mm-hmm.
I played it for an hour and a half. Thought it was garbage. Didn't like it. I felt it was a game I could have played on the original Xbox. I didn't care for it. Detroit, I think, is an outright amazing game, and I think long-term it'll do fine for Sony.
Yeah.
PlayStation Now may finally add downloads.
Finally. That's another thing that they need to do.
Super important, and that would be great.
We talked about that.
That would be a smart reaction to Microsoft.
Yeah.
Okay, and Joe, he says, Zoner, have you paid attention to any Ring of Honor or NJPW? I have not.
I have no idea what
So
you're
I
talking
do,
about.
but I do have the WWE channel, so I can go in there. Just send me some information what I need to start with.
Claus says Microsoft
He
came
says it
out and
doesn't
says
go
Game
towards
Pass
that. I
doesn't
heard it
factor
does.
into MPD. Of course they said that.
No,
of course
I heard that it
came out.
does. I heard that.
Yeah, but he says Microsoft came out and said that. Of course they said that. Why would they not say? I mean,
Well, I mean, they're not going to lie.
well, they don't show us the numbers. That's kind of a.
Look, well, that's the thing. State of Decay is one of the worst zombie games I've ever played. I agree with him. I don't know why that. And here's the thing. So they keep saying all these numbers about that game. I'm hearing nobody say anything good about it.
Just because people bought it doesn't mean they don't return it in 2 hours.
No, I'm just.
Yeah.
But, the first one, I guess, was a big hit. I tried getting into that one. I didn't care for that one either.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I didn't really like that one. Look at him. He tries to say that, well, that's the thing, is banned. And I'm banned, too.
I didn't even play the games, so you can ban
You know
me.
what you missed out on? Nothing.
That's what I'm,
That's
what I'm
what I'm
hearing.
going to say with that. But I think that Sony, if PlayStation Now, with all the games they have on there, if they allow for downloading, that's big. That's big. And to just say something you guys said last week, we were talking about on the phone, is if Session is truly a
grind session.
a success for the grind session, oh, I'm a happy guy.
Oh, yeah.
See, whereas all of you were playing Tony Hawk and loving Tony Hawk, and I understand why you love Tony Hawk. That's all great. But for me, it was grind session.
Yeah.
I loved that game.
And we didn't even have the full game. We just had the demo. And that's like we played just the demo over and over and over and over, even though it was.
We got the full game eventually.
Right.
Eventually.
Well, you
Yeah.
did, because I think I gave you guys a copy of it. But I loved that game, grind session.
It was better than Tony Hawk 1. I know that's sacrilegious to some people.
Well,
but it was better. It just didn't have the name of Tony Hawk behind it.
You know what's funny is I remember reading an official PlayStation magazine at the time. Look at that. See, Joseph, grind session 1 was like crack. Yep. I remember what they called it was Tony Hawk 1.5.
Yeah.
Is what they called it. But then I played Tony Hawk. Grind session just felt right.
It felt okay. To me, it was always like Tony Hawk was Call of Duty and grind session was Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield was more real, and Tony Hawk was
Joseph
as realistic as it can be to be doing flips.
Yeah.
As you're an alien.
As you're an alien, yeah.
Joseph says grind session 2 fell off. Okay, I didn't even know there was a grind session 2.
There was a grind session 2.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I love grind session 1.
Yeah.
My God, did I love that game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Grind
Anything else from
session
chat?
and Speed Punks.
Anybody other than Claw talking about how much Xbox is the best thing ever?
What were you saying, Nate?
Oh, Chris. Go ahead, Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't even know what to do right now.
Go ahead.
Rob Dog is playing Kingdom Hearts.
He is now. He loves it. He loves it.
He loves it?
Yeah, he was talking. Oh, he was talking all this trash on Kingdom Hearts, and he won't play it, and it's for kids, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, you buy it, and we'll see. And he's like, no, it's stupid. And then he watched the E3 PlayStation Pirates of the Caribbean Kingdom Hearts thing, and he said, that looks really good. So now he's got the remixes, the remastered 1.5, 2.5, and that's all he's playing. Every time I turn my PlayStation, he's on that game. He's loving it. Yep.
So you know what, Claude, one last question for him. He says, what will the next big Sony PS4 only game to be announced? I'm guessing the next Uncharted. I do not believe, as far as when we're saying big games for PS4, I believe we know everything that's coming to PS4 pretty much. I believe this Ghost of Tsushima. I believe that Spider-Man. I believe that No,
it's way too early.
These are all going to be PS5.
Yeah.
I believe Uncharted will be PS5.
Yeah. Uncharted 5 on the PS5, it makes too much sense.
I mean, Sony has enough to finish this generation off. And I do believe Last of Us 2 will be its swan song. It's going to be great.
Yeah, you're right. There's not a whole much... anything that's going to be big at the end of this thing, I think is going to be, at the end of this generation, is going to be third party. And I think we're going to get the announcement for PS5 this year.
Yeah. I believe, even though they're saying otherwise...
I believe.
I don't believe Halo Infinite's coming to Xbox One. I believe that's going to be the next Xbox.
I think it will come to Xbox One, but it's going to be better on the new Xbox. It's going to be one of those end of generation releases.
I could see that, but why would you? I mean, what do you gain from that?
Yeah, because then you just buy it for the Xbox One
2. They're going to call it the Xbox One 2?
No, because if you already have the Xbox One, you're not going to want to...
You know how many kick-ass slogans they have? The Xbox One 2, we come out fighting.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I already forgot what I was going to say.
You don't know why they would do that.
Says, can the PS5 have that boomerang controller we were supposed to get like 10 years ago?
For the PS3, please. I want that controller so badly.
That thing is the best.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Claus says Microsoft is beyond generations, whatever that means. Yeah, you can see to me, that cop-out that you're going, we're beyond generations. We're going to break the mold. We're going to go, we're not going with that main generation theme anymore. We've got the Xbox One X in here.
What's funny, though, is they're not the ones who decide that.
They're not.
History does.
Yeah, and we're going to, they already said they're designing other Xboxes and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what are you going to do? A new console every 2 years kind of a thing? Or what do you...
And no matter what, just so you know, the X and the Pro, They are in this generation. They're acting like they're the first ones to do this.
Yeah.
The Genesis, the 32X, the CD, the Sega CD that all connected to the Genesis.
Yeah.
Those are all put in that generation.
Yeah.
There's no half generation. That's where you are.
It's just a different version of that. It's
Exactly.
you got your Slims were always a little more powerful and a little better. This it's a bigger step, but it's the same thing you said. It's like adding the CD or the whatever. It doesn't. It's
You're still in that generation. Sorry,
Yeah,
you can try to say you're not, but you are.
yeah. You're not beyond generations. It doesn't work. It only works that way with like PCs, unless Xbox is just going to become a PC.
So I don't know anything about either of this. He says, what about the DS and Game Boy S? Were those the same generation?
think
Those
the
were
Game
different
Boys.
generations, right?
Yeah, there's Game Boy. There's the
Game Boy Advance.
the Advanced, and then you have the Advanced, and then the SP and the DS and all those. Those were all different.
So Game Boy would all be one generation, right?
No, not the whole.
You mean the original?
Oh, I mean the original.
So there was an era of Game Boys, because there's no longer Game Boy. There's a Nintendo DS. There's Nintendo Game Boy Advance was the last iteration. Those were, I think, different generations because they lasted for so many years. And then
there was no competition.
There isn't. Yeah, there's no competition. And then in between there, you have you have your Xbox One X. You have the Game Boy. You have the Game Boy Color. That was the new generation, right, from Game Boy.
That would
But
be.
then you have Game Boy Pocket. That's the Xbox One X. The Game Boy Advanced. That's the new generation.
Yeah.
Game Boy Yellow, whatever that was with the Pikachu.
That's
just
the
an
same.
iteration. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
All right.
And those come out. Those come out what every? Those came out every 4 years or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't remember.
Well, before we jinx it, and I'm going to say it right now, it was a bitch getting this show started, but we didn't drop off this week.
Computer's working. Now let's figure out about our freaking mics, our soundboard, or whatever.
We didn't drop off.
All right.
All right, so let's end it. That's the end of the claw. Thank you to everyone that participated. We tried to get the show going, like you said. It was a rough start. We appreciate everybody that watched. And Claw says no Gene's beard is beyond generations.
It's
true.
Very true.
He was born with it. And that's it. So this has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 54.
Cinco Cuatro.
Boom. And I'm Matt Rojas, a.k.a. the Dread Pirate. With me we had...
I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
No Jeans. And on the end...
Jason's on, also known as Honor.
And on the production side, wave to Cam or Chris. They can't hear you. We had Christopher X. Lorian.
That's
That actually
there.
sounds like...
Christopher X. Lorian. He's
Lorian.
gonna kill me in my sleep. He said not in my sleep. He says I need you to see it happen. I'm gonna die, guys. It's nice knowing you.
Next week we're gonna be like, "Where's Matt?" And then
Don't
Chris
forget-
is gonna come in with a new skin
A new
jacket.
wearing like an Edgar suit. Don't forget you can follow us on all of our social media platforms on Twitter at CMG_Gamecast, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube at Casual Misfits Gaming. This podcast will be up Mondays usually. Monday after we record it and stream it on YouTube. You can watch it, as on your second screen in your office, like I have, in your cubicle, whatever.
Or do what I do:
during
download
work.
it and listen to it in the car.
Download it, listen to the car. I also do that on your way to work, on your way to school, whatever. You can listen to it on iTunes and SoundCloud. That's it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right.
By the way,
Oh, what?
What?
I just because in case anybody's just still here,
Huh?
Solo is a great movie. You need to go watch it. Don't buy the hype. This BS people are complaining about it. That's all.
Okay.
I love that movie.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.